An online petition has rapidly gained traction in recent days, calling for the Producers Guild of America (PGA) to rescind Blake Lively's producer credit on the film It Ends With Us. What began as a relatively modest campaign has now surged in popularity, with the number of signatures climbing well beyond initial figures. Shortly after certain court documents were unsealed, documents that included private text message exchanges between Blake Lively and her close friend Taylor Swift discussing matters related to co-star and director Justin Baldoni, the petition saw a dramatic increase in support. What was once hovering around 1,900 signatures quickly escalated to over 3,300, reflecting growing public sentiment and renewed scrutiny on the behind-the-scenes dynamics of the movie's production. The controversy centers on Lively's, produced by Credit for It Ends With Us, an adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel that tackles heavy themes of domestic violence, personal empowerment and emotional trauma. Justin Baldoni, who not only directed the film but also starred in it as the male lead, has long been positioned as the project's driving creative force. He secured the adaptation rights, shepherded the script through multiple drafts, assembled the team, and infused the story with his personal passion for advocacy around sensitive social issues. For many involved in the film's journey, Baldoni represented the heart and soul of the endeavor. Someone who poured years of effort into turning a beloved book into a cinematic experience that could spark meaningful conversations. Yet, according to the petition's language and supporters, Lively's producer credit feels undeserved and emblematic of broader problems within Hollywood. The petition argues that this accolade was granted not through substantial producing contributions but rather through influence, connections, or other factors unrelated to the traditional labor of production. It describes Baldoni as a committed visionary, who handled every phase of development with dedication and leadership. The document emphasizes that his work formed the true foundation of the film, from initial rights acquisition to final execution. In contrast, the petition claims Lively's involvement in producing capacities was minimal or overstated, and crediting her in this way diminishes Baldoni's achievements while perpetuating a troubling industry pattern, prioritizing star power, personal branding, or interpersonal leverage over genuine creative toil. Adding fuel to the fire, court filings from an ongoing legal dispute between Lively and Baldoni brought certain internal communications to light. Among them were references to a letter of recommendation that Baldoni and producer Jamie Heath reportedly submitted to the PGA on Lively's behalf. Industry observers have speculated that this letter may have been composed under pressure or in circumstances that were less than fully voluntary. Some experts point out that a PGA producer credit carries significant weight. It can influence eligibility for prestigious awards like the Oscars or Golden Globes, where producer nominations often open doors to wider recognition and career advancement. In an industry where credits can define legacies and open future opportunities, the petition contends that awarding such a designation based on anything other than merit undermines the very principles the Guild is meant to uphold. The petition's wording is passionate and unequivocal. It portrays the situation as a serious misstep that not only overlooks Baldoni's immense contributions but also highlights a systemic issue, the tendency to reward influence and visibility over hard work and substance. Phrases like unjust recognition and troubling trend underscore the petitioner's belief that Hollywood sometimes favors those who seek personal gain, even if it means overshadowing or undermining collaborators. The campaign insists that allowing this credit to stand damages the integrity of filmmaking as a whole. It disrespects the essence of what it means to be a producer, someone who actively shapes, builds, and sacrifices for a project rather than simply attaching their name for prestige. Beyond the specifics of It Ends With Us, the petition frames its demand as part of a larger fight for fairness. It calls on the PGA to re-evaluate its criteria and revoke Lively's credit to restore integrity to an industry built on dedication rather than favoritism. Supporters are urged to stand against what they see as misplaced privilege, emphasizing that true credits should reflect earned merit. The movement is not framed as personal animosity toward Lively but as a defense of ethical standards in crediting and recognition. By signing, participants express a desire to protect the sanctity of artistic collaboration and ensure that achievements are attributed accurately. This situation has sparked wider discussions about power dynamics in film production. In recent years, high-profile projects have increasingly involved actors taking on producer roles, often to secure greater creative control or financial upside. While this can lead to positive outcomes, such as more diverse storytelling or actor-driven passion projects, it also raises questions when credits appear inflated or contested. In cases where tensions arise between leads and directors, as reportedly occurred here, public perception can shift dramatically, especially when legal documents enter the conversation. The unsealing of texts involving a major celebrity like Taylor Swift added an extra layer of intrigue, drawing in fans and observers who might not otherwise follow production disputes.